starting number 23, Garner Thornton. And now for your Cove Panthers, starting senior, number 1, Kay Davis. Starting sophomore, number 2, Damian Stevens. Starting junior, number 4, Tony Velasquez. Starting sophomore, number 11, Chad Barrington. And starting number 12, sophomore, Will Thompson. One more announcement, the concession stand will be closing after halftime this game. So go over there and support the Cove Booster Club and get you some food and drinks. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it feels great to be back on there. It's been a hot minute since we've been on the air, and this is a big matchup. Cutter the heavy favorite in this one as they come in here 7-3 in conference play. Magnet winless in conference play, so this is definitely going to be a big game. You know, as Cutter goes to try to score quickly, that is 23. That's Thornton with the missed shot. And so a good defensive stop there from the Panthers. Now they got to really operate on offense. They have got to operate like a well-oiled machine if they want to get the win here tonight at Panther Gymnasium here on this lovely Tuesday night.
I mean, at least from my experience, what I've seen from the Panthers is that they need to get their offense going, or else this is about to be a long night for them.
Yeah, and they're trying to get it going quick. A 3 miss there from the junior Velasquez, and Davis is looking to run. Ahmad Davis going to go up and in, and the speed from Davis is going to be a definite factor here in a press, a half-court diamond press here from the Eagles as they start out this one. Up 2-0 with 7:05 left to go here in the first.
Yeah, and this has just been what's oh so brutal for the Panthers this year, dealing with the press.
And now Thompson going to pull up for 3. That one rattles in and out. Rebound there by number 4, Cam Reed. Working it around the perimeter. There's Davis again, who's going to penetrate there into Thornton. Thornton up and in. Garner Thornton, the 6'4 senior. A very tall team here for Coach Bo Breichel.
And, I mean, I've only seen this guy play for 1 minute 30 seconds, but so far he looks like their best player.
Yeah, Ahmad Davis, man, he is definitely one of the best players here on this Cutter team. And so it will be a tie up there for the ball, and Barentheim's going to inbound it here as Panthers are down 4-0. Got to get something going. Pull up from the free throw line is no good there from Davis, and now that's going to be Peyton Mills that's going to push it up the floor, up and in there. That is Cam Reed that gets the lay-in.
And it looks like the Panthers are also going to have to figure out how to stop this fast break, because I believe that's all 6 points for Cutter Morning Star off a fast break.
Yeah, they haven't really got an offensive possession set, and we will have a timeout, but we will stay here on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube page. This is a 30-second timeout. I just really want to look at this roster for Cutter. I mean, they have got some tall kids. Ahmad Davis, number 0, he's a senior, and he's 6'1", so senior heavy and very tall, as Peyton Mills is 6'3", Yancey is 6'4", Reed is 6'1". They don't have anybody under 6 foot starting on their starting 5, and the shortest one is 6'1". I mean, and that plus speed can really be crucial for an opponent and just wear them down. So we'll have to see how the Panthers can handle that, as it's going to be Reed to go to the line here to convert the three-point play. We'll see if he can do it.
Even with Cutter's whole lineup being 6 foot plus, the Panthers don't look terribly outsized.
No, they've definitely got some height, but, you know, you just wonder how much they can hold up. And so Davis saves that one, but they're going to call that one out on Davis, so it will be a turnover for the Panthers. And that is going to be Davis, the inbounds man. Cam Reed is wide open. Tony forgot about him, and he's going to make him pay. Cam Reed with the triple.
And the Panthers are just struggling on defense so far. It seems like they're just struggling to figure out
Miscommunication left Reed open there in the corner, and he made them pay. And now Barrentine's going to bring it up the floor. He loses it, and that's going to be a turnover. And then will be Davis to bring it down the floor.
Panthers look like they're running a 2-3 per usual.
And we have a foul, and that's going to be a charge call. Will Thompson drew the charge there.
Speaking of Will Thompson, going back to the height thing, if I had to take a guess, he'll be one of the most important pieces along with Cade on stopping this, as well as Damian.
Yeah, that foul there was on number 3 for the Eagles. That is Yancey. They ball fake there, and that is going to be Yancey. He gets the steal. He's going to go up the floor, and they get it up to Reed. Reed down low, going to kick it back out to Thornton. Thornton, 3 no good there from the elbow. Rebound by Stevens. Now Stevens going to push it up the floor there across the timeline into the backcourt. Stevens going to set it up, get the play call. He's got Davis on him. And Davis is, man, just jumping all over the place.
You know, watch out for Damian. If he does get hot, he is going to be a dominant force to stop. But so far, the Panthers are struggling to get anything going on offense as the cutter takes it back for a layup.
Yeah, Ahmad Davis is making them pay, and so we will have a timeout on the floor. And, you know, an 11-0 run to start the game, 4:48 left to go here in this first. And I want to give a special shout-out to the Magnet Cove High School and School District Administration. And so we'd like to give them a special thanks. Elementary school principal Cameron Alexander, middle school principal Lori McJunkins, high school principal Jeff Escola, and Superintendent Danny Thomas. They are I don't know what you would call it, but the ones that let us do what we do and what we love to do. And so we want to give a special shout out to them. If you see them, say thanks. And of course, athletic director, Coach Webb, you know, he does a lot for the community, always at the ball games, always going to whatever school event he can go to, and it's just great to have a athletic director that, you know, really loves the community. Really fortunate for that here at Magnet Cove. So to any of those ladies or gent, please tell them thank you, and we really do appreciate what they do as the Eagles and Panthers come out back onto the floor. They'll get a reset, and it's going to be Stevens to inbound on the baseline. And, you know, they're working this diamond press right here, Will, as Ahmad Davis is the head of it, and he has been the most athletic one on the floor thus far for either team.
Yeah, and it just seems like that's going to be the Panthers' key, to stop Ahmad Davis, and you can stop the lineup, even though I just say that, and then another Cutter Morningstar player goes in for a layup.
Yeah, that's number 10. That's going to be Peyton Mills.
And Will Thompson's just trapped in the corner, but gets it to Tony. That's Damian in the corner.
Yeah, he thought about the 3 right there, and, you know, wonder if he could have shot it. I mean, they're down 13, and he has it again on the elbow, and Davis is going to foul him. So the first foul on Ahmad Davis. Looks like we have our first substitute coming in here for Cutter Morningstar. Yeah, 2 of them is going to come in. That's number 11, Keith Collins.
And number 2.
Yeah, that's going to be Daughtry Hackleton. Inside to Tony. They get it in too hot to handle there for Thompson as they try to feed it inside there to the sophomore, and he could not handle it. So now 2 more look to check in for the Panthers at the next dead ball. There it is. Yancey thought about the 3.
2 subs sitting down there for the Panthers are Tillery and I don't know him.
Yeah, that's Tillery and Thompson down there on the low post. And Collins is the first player to check in for Cutter Morningstar that is under 6 foot. And so there will be a foul call there. Foul on Cutter. And so now Maddox Cooper, the junior, and another sophomore, Isaac Tillery, will check in for the Panthers.
And Isaac, despite being a freshman, is a pretty good basketball player.
Yeah, Excuse me, I called him a sophomore. Man, they are working that corner trap hard, and there it is. Collins with the steal. Collins going to go up. Ooh, dished it to Yancey, and wow, 15-0 run to start this game.
That is the third timeout the Panthers have had to use so far.
Yeah, third timeout in this half, as we will have a full timeout. We'd like to give a special shout-out to our sponsor, Panther Pass Grocery and Gas, your local store here in Magnet Cove. Great food, great hospitality, great people, you know. Carolyn Price, Danny Price, they run the ship over there. We want to give a special shout-out to them for their continued support of the Magnet Cove High School East Department and Magnet Cove School District just in general. They had the opportunity to cater the daddy-daughter dance up at the elementary this past weekend, and I know they thoroughly enjoyed that, and we do thank them again for that, as they really are the one-stop shop, the only spot to stop in Magnet Cove, and so we want to give a special shout-out to them today, as we have 3:21 left to go here in this first, and Coach Bracco looks to rally the troops as he's up 15. He wants to keep the foot on the gas. I could tell by the way he was talking before the game. He wants the foot on the gas. All gas, no brakes, you know. And, Will, it's kind of rare you see a head coach come out in a sweatsuit.
I will agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's the first time I've seen it this year. You know, I've seen coaches in tuxes, and I've seen coaches. Usually it's the nice pants with the nice shirt. For Coach Long, it's black. It's black pants with that orange quarter zip is normally what he always coaches in.
Yeah, or a jacket to go over it.
Now Tony going to drive, going to kick it to Tillery. Tillery for three. Shot no good. Cooper comes away with the rebound. He's going to go up.
That's a travel.
That's a travel. That would have been the first points for the Panthers, but he traveled on the way up, so that will not count.
And so far, the Eagles have just had control of this game from start to this point. I mean, and also Thomas is back in there. I don't know if we ever mentioned that, but he is back out there. And so far, it looks like they're trying to work it around the outside, and they get a shot, and it goes in.
Beautiful three there. That is number 2. That's Daughtry. Daughtry Hackleton.
I mean, as much as it pains me to say this is going worse than some of the junior high boys' games.
And a 3 there from Damian Stevens. He has something to say about that as he draws first blood for the Panthers, and they cut their deficit down to 15. And now it's Collins going to kick it over there. They get it in the corner. Another 3. That one's no good. Number 1, Jalen Carter, has checked in.
Let's see if Damian does get hot, because as I said earlier, I remember it from last year. If Damian gets hot, he can score easily 10, 12 points in a game.
You have to see what he can do. Now Davis going to drive, going to kick it to Cooper. Allen, sorry. That is Maddox Allen. Over there to Carter in the corner. Excuse me, that's Davis. There's Carter in the corner. As he just misses that one, Stevens comes down with it.
And let's see if the Panthers can execute something off of that turnover by Cutter. And I spoke too soon as Cutter gets the ball back and is going in for another layup.
Yeah, fast break points have been the nail already in the coffin here as the Panthers are down 17.
That's been a problem for them all year, and just all levels. It's fast breaks and just costly passes, at least for junior high. But that does seem similar for senior high, even though they've cut off the costly passing. No, we'll give junior high this for costly passes. We don't have the tallest guards in the world. We just don't.
No, I mean it's.
And it doesn't help that that we have shorter guards going up against like 5'10" guards. It's just not entirely fair height-wise.
Yeah, well, Davis and Thornton are going to check out.
Damian almost makes another 3.
Yeah, that one just didn't go as he tips that one. And that one's going to stay Eagle basketball.
I mean, Damian seems like he's trying to do it all himself right now, and he isn't doing a terrible job either. It's just they have like 5 Damians on the court while we have 1.
Yeah, they definitely have the advantage in this one as they're up 17 points as the clock is about to expire here in the first quarter. They're going to get it out. Thought about the three. Pull-up shot there from Collins. No good. And so that will be off of an Eagle.
Also good on Cade for keeping one of the Eagles out of the way of potentially getting it back in. And this press still seems quite effective against the Panthers, even though we seem to have figured it out. Just takes time.
Yeah. Allen for three, and that one rims in and out. That's Carter with the rebound. He's got 15 seconds. Looking to run, going to push it up the floor to Collins. Collins up. Shot no good with 11 seconds left on the clock, and he will draw the contact.
And this is just not going well for the Panthers on any level, as we were just getting killed on the fast break, and the fact is that we're just getting outplayed by this team, which I believe is one of the top, like, what, five teams?
I saw some rankings today that said they were number 1, number 2 in the entire state in 2A. So they're definitely no pushover.
Right now the Panthers are seeming to try and take it up the court, but Allen gets the ball taken away from him, but he gets the ball back. But they get it knocked out of bounds trying to go for Cade, but it'll stay with the Panthers since it's off an Eagle.
Yeah, 1.7. This is a catch and shoot situation. If you're Coach Long, you're given the play call. It's catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. They find Stevens top of the key. He's going to throw it, and it is blocked there from Mills. That is Peyton Mills, and he is going to block, I believe, excuse me, that's Collins, number 11, not number 10. Yeah, that is Keith Collins there on the block at the end. And so we'll go to break here. It's into the first quarter here. Panthers down 21-3.
My daughters grew up coming into this gas station when they were younger. Michaela, that's the co-owner, she graduated from Magnet, and so from kindergarten on through 12th grade, we would be in here every day getting a biscuit, or field trip day, you had to come in and get the sandwiches and the soda pops, and Mr. Harkins would fix you up right, and so it was a must-have. So we just always loved it, and it was part of our family tradition, and so we just wanted to bring it on to the next round of kids. We, of course, had to.
We're live here at Panther Gymnasium for the second quarter of action here in the senior boys game as Panthers are down 18 in the pull-up shot there, and that is good from Hackleton.
And this has just been a lethal offense from Cuttermore and Star. The Panthers are going to have to find some way to stem it if they want to claw their way back into this one. As Damien has the ball, gets it to Tony. It's Will Thompson, and he misses the three.
Misses the three there, and here comes Carter. He's going to get it to number 15 checked in, Aiden Miller, sophomore. And he will be going to the stripe right here.
And Ahmad Davis is also checked out for Cutter, so let's see if that means anything for the Panthers.
Yancey is also checked out.
That's two of their better players from, granted, like the one quarter I've seen
Yeah,
so
three
far.
of their starters have already checked out. A lot of their starters have checked out. That's going to be another turnover. That one was caused by Keith Collins, the senior.
But it's still Eagle basketball, so somehow it got off the Panther. Trying to work it around the outside. Panthers still in, well, actually.
Looks like they're in a 2-3.
It looks like they're in ball in the box, or at least that's what we call it. Not going to explain it because I don't want to, like, de-secretize our strategy for whatever that's worth.
And that one's going to be off of a Panther, so it will stay Eagle basketball, as it's going to be Jalen Carter to inbound. And a wide open three, and that's taken there, and that is drained from Keith Collins, the 5'11 senior. And here comes wholesale substitutions for the Eagles as they're up 29-3 with 6:35 left to go in the second quarter.
And it looks like they're putting some of their starters back in too. As the Panthers are also trying to work it around the outside right now to limited success. Chad with the ball. Tried to get it out to Damian, but Cutter managed to intercept it.
Yeah, it's Collins there on the interception, and that's Eston Capella has also checked in, another 6'4 senior.
This is honestly reminding me of Jessieville with the amount of height they have on this team.
Yeah. Ball fake there. Oh, beautiful pass. 3-ball. That one's no good.
And here come the subs. That's actually there comes Yancey and Davis back into the game.
Yeah, Reed will also check back in. Thornton will check back in. And
looks like they were just leaving their starters a break, it looks like.
Yeah, you hear somebody from the other side, from the Cutter side, y'all better keep y'all's foot on the gas. So Cutter fans want the foot on the gas as they are up 31-3 with 5:48 left to go. And Cutter, a very well-rounded team, as you can see thus far, and they definitely have the athletic ability.
Yeah. They in Arkansas, so I don't know why they're trying to tell them to keep their foot on the gas.
Coach Brockle is teaching down there on the sideline, you know, wanting to get those kids that don't get a lot of minutes, get them some minutes in a conference game and really show them what's going on, because comes postseason, play gets really intense. Got to play a lot of minutes.
The thing with the Panther team isn't necessarily that we're bad. It's just that we're A, cripplingly outnumbered.
Oh, yeah.
And B, it's just that we're in a new system that we're all struggling to adjust to, I think.
Yeah, Cutter has 13 kids on their bench, and we have 3.
Granted, we had more at the start of the season, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah, we had a couple more at the start of the season, but due to some circumstances, they're not on the team anymore. Tiller with it there, looking for somewhere to go, finds Thompson, and now Barentine going to pull up from the top of the key, and that one's no good. Tillery comes down with the rebound, the only Panther in sight, and he will get off his foot.
Andrew, speaking of Isaac, funny story about him. He started off on the junior high team this year, played like the first 3 or 4 games with us, and then had to get moved up due to said lack of numbers on the senior high team.
Yeah, and they're going to get it in there to Stevens.
If I count right, there's only one Panther that hadn't been in the game yet.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll see him later. 78 guys have played for the Panthers here tonight as they're working around the perimeter. Allen tries to find something. And now Stevens will shoot the 3, and that one is good. Damian Stevens, the only source of offense here. He has scored all 6 points there. Davis at the top of the key. There's Cam Reed in the corner, and the ball is tipped.
And he looks like he's slightly hurt. Not bad, though, I don't think.
No, he's all right. He's all right. I think he hit his back on the court when Tillery contested, or excuse me, Barentine contested.
A pretty brutal hit, though.
Reed will go to the line here for 3 shots. Rims in and out on the first one.
If we can pull it up here, it's all has Cutter played so far.
Cutter has played everybody and their dog. I can pull it up right now. I have it right here.
Hey, someone has internet connection.
I do. I'm him. I have internet connection.
At one point I had internet. It just stopped working. Panthers with the basketball. Chad gets it to Damian.
They beat Jessieville 55-32. Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw that score this morning. Their biggest loss was at Bigelow, and that's it. They lost to 1 point by Conway Christian, and then they lost January 12th was the last game they played. They lost to England by 2. But in both of those games they lost. In every game they've lost, they've not scored 50 points. And Ahmad Davis will go up there, rattles in and out, scuffle for the ball, and that's going to be a foul on Thompson.
And while we were a little bit distracted with Cutter's schedule, the Panthers scored something.
I know they have played Malvern, Fordyce. This is non-conference. Malvern, Fordyce, Fountain Lake.
Whoever Gospel Light Christian is.
Yeah, that's a small school, Malvern. They haven't played any massive names.
They got their game against Lisa canceled, though.
Yeah, they did.
That would have been a fun one.
I don't think Lisa had a team this year. I think Lisa had to opt out.
They were a good team whenever we played them last year, though, at this junior high.
No, Lisa does have a team. They just couldn't play that game December 11th. I don't know what happened. And so now it's the Panthers on the offensive end. The ball is tipped there. Ahmad Davis is going to come away with it, and he is going to go up and in. Ahmad Davis. Foot on the gas here for the Eagles as they extend the lead to 29.
Panthers get a shot off. That's Cade Davis, and he just barely misses 3. Gets his own rebound, goes back up, and he makes the shot.
And so Cade Davis gets in on the scoring column as the pass down the floor is too high for Cam Reed. And so Carter and Hackleton will check back in here for the Eagles.
I do not want to say anything right now. I'm just going to think it, and they cannot say I jinxed it.
Yeah, don't want commentators jinx.
That's why I ain't saying it.
But you know what's crazy is they're 18-3 overall, and they're sitting 3rd in our conference.
That just shows how insane the conference is.
But they have a big game Saturday at Cutter against Bigelow. They're expecting like record attendance, like 1,000 people going to be at that game. Like, it's insane.
And they're only like a game and a half back on Bigelow too.
Yeah, they're
so
a game
if
and a
they
half
win
back
that,
on Bigelow.
so assuming Bigelow loses tonight and they beat Bigelow on Saturday,
Who does Bigelow play tonight?
or this week in general, I don't know when they play, but
The next game Bigelow plays is Thursday. Well, no, never mind. They play tonight against Conway Christian. That'll be decent. I'll have to see if I can get a score update on that one. I'm not sure if I can.
just wargaming this in my mind. Assuming they lose to Conway Christian and they lose to Cutter on Saturday, assuming Cutter wins out, which I reckon they should unless they play England in that time span, that would mean that Cutter would take second place, and then they'd be only like a game back or half a game back on England. So that would make things very interesting.
Yeah, Cutter has us left. They have this game at Mountain Pine. No, they don't play England again.
Well, then they're going to have to hope England loses.
And that one is no good. 3 attempt there from the Eagles.
Panthers are seemingly trying to work it around to get 3. Damien tries driving in, doesn't work, and that's not sure what that was.
A whistle. We're going to have a foul there. It's going to be on number 12, excuse me.
Number 11.
Oh, 11. That is Collins there with the foul called on him. That's his first foul.
Kick it out to Tony. Tony tries to drive it in, tries to get it out to Plyler, and that makes every Panther having played a little bit. And the turnover to number 11, Kyler? Isn't that his name?
That is Keith, number 11. That's Keith Collins.
Collins.
One of the few people on this roster that's under 6 foot. He's registered at 5'11" here on the CMS website.
Not exactly like that's a laughing matter either. I'm even shorter than a member like the same height as him. And I'm like second tallest on the junior team, so that's terrifying.
Barenstein with the 3. That one rattles in and out. Carter with the rebound. He's going to push it up the floor there to Hackleton. Now back to Carter. Fast moving offense here for the Eagles. as they're going to look inside and going to dish it out. There's a three. That one is no good. Rebound by Barentine. Now Barentine going to push it.
Stevens is out of the game, though, for the Panthers as Chad tries to work it inside. Lost a hand on the basketball, almost said football, but it seems like Cutter poked it out, so Panthers basketball.
Panthers retain possession here as he finds it into Tony.
Tony takes the three, and he misses it, but from my experience, my limited experience with watching Tony shoot, he's a pretty good shooter.
Yeah, he is. And that one rattles in and out for Jalen Carter. The fast break couldn't get it to go. So it's halftime, and the Panthers down 29. Big lead here for Coach Brockle's Eagles as we're going to go into halftime. We'll be back after this short break.
My daughters grew up coming into this gas station when they were younger. Michaela, that's the co-owner, she graduated from Magnet, and so from kindergarten on through 12th grade, we would be in here every day getting a biscuit, or field trip day, you had to come in and get the sandwiches and the soda pops, and Mr. Harkins would fix you up right, and so it was a must-have. So we just always loved it, and it was part of our family tradition, and so we just wanted to bring it on to the next round of kids. We, of course, had to pay homage to the Panthers across the street because they're such a huge part of this community, and then you can't pass by without seeing them, so it was Panther Pass, of course, and then the grocery and gas just kind of was very fitting and catchy and just went along well. A lot of people say that the hamburgers are, kind of worth stopping for, but we have a pretty diverse little menu for a gas station, and we've got kind of neat creations that you're not going to find anywhere else. We've got the new Panther Pile Up, and that's kind of fun, and then we've got a huge burger on the menu, and a lot of people like to come in and try that. And then in the mornings we have a pretty good little breakfast buffet on Fridays and stuff when school's in session. And so, we have lots of yummy stuff, French toast and bacon and sausage and eggs and biscuits and gravy and casserole. And so a pretty good, into your week, start on your Friday. So just lots of little neat things. We love to give back to the community. So we always try to find neat specials, kind of some home cooking. Here in Malvern, you don't get too many choices for home cooking. So on our daily specials, we try to go back. Like we'll have the open roast beef sandwiches and mashed potatoes and gravy. Some weeks we've done meatloaf. Coming up, since it's January and all of us want to be healthy, Michaela just came up with a taco salad that's pretty yummy, I have to say. I just had it for lunch myself to try it out, and so I believe next Tuesday is going to be Taco Salad Tuesday, so y'all tune in for that. Well, I love the mushroom Swiss burger, but I like to put the grilled onions on it. And then some of our patrons that come in, they will also add A1 steak sauce on top of it. I'm just telling y'all, if you hadn't tried it, it's a must. You got to try it out. It's really good. So we're trying to have once a month like a little community event. So in January, we're going to try, weather permitted, to do something fun here. We love to let the kids come in. We've talked to some of the local churches and stuff like that about maybe doing a breakfast for the community, and just letting people come in, and it's free of charge, and have a breakfast on a Saturday morning or something. So we've thought about things like that. Of course, when the weather gets nice again, we'll do our movie nights, and we love to do that. Probably the spring we'll have to have a little spring dance or something for the kids. Graduation, we may put on something fun for graduation, like an after graduation thing. Just something that the kids have somewhere to go that's safe, and the families know that they're going to be okay. We're going to take care of them. So we got lots of stuff in the woodwork, but just some of it is weather permitting, and then as we grow and be able to utilize more space around here, that'll also help with being able to do more stuff.
Do you have some land you need cleared to build on? Call Hartzell Farms and Excavating. Do you need some excavation done on your property? Call Hartzell's Farms and Excavating. Hartzell's Farms and Excavating LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company with 20-plus years of experience in the construction business. Owner Vernon Hartzell will be happy to see how he and his crew can meet your needs. Free estimates can be given by calling number 870-210-0204. Again, that number is 870-210-0204. Thank you for your business.
As they have a 29-point lead. Tony's going to try to start it off quick. 3 missed there. That rebound there by Thornton. Going to push it up to Ahmad Davis. The 5 starters back in except for Cam Reed. Oh, no, excuse me. Cam Reed isn't there. And he will miss the shot there. And that is Thompson, the junior, Will Thompson. He comes away with the rebound. So empty possessions for both squads here as we start the third quarter, just under a minute in. And that pass is too tall there. And that will be out of bounds on the Panthers. So Cutter will get the ball here as Yancey's going to inbound it.
It's just fine.
The Panthers are really going to have to get offense going in the second half if they want to claw their way back in. But
And Ahmad Davis is like so much taller than any kid Magnet has. They just high pointed it, got it into him. He just went up with his hands.
I'd be willing to bet almost that 33 is taller than Ahmad Davis, though, on their bench.
He's pretty tall. And that shot is no good there from Davis. And so 31-point lead here for the Eagles. As Ahmad Davis is going to drive the baseline, kick it. Beautiful. Shot missed. Rebound.
And Tony secures the basketball for the Panthers. Whoop, and Tony once again has the basketball as they go to Chad.
Yeah, Ahmad Davis was trying to disrupt it there, and there is Tony at the top of the key, like you said, as the Panthers work with this defense that has been so killer for the Eagles.
And the Eagles almost steal the basketball.
Yancey almost had that one. 10 seconds left here on the shot clock. 3 from Stevens.
That's in.
And that, like you said, rattles in. Damian Stevens gets that one to fall.
And that's a 3 for Cutter that they miss.
Shot no good there.
Jump ball, I believe it stays with Cutter. Yes, that's Cutter's basketball. Cutter inbounds it. They seem to be repeating their first half strategy of working around the outside. Panthers still in 2-3 zone as Tony steals the basketball away. And the Panthers get back past half court pretty quickly. As they get to Barentine. Now to Stevens. Stevens for another 3, and that one just barely misses as Cutter gets the rebound. Cutter passing it up to Ahmad Davis. Ahmad Davis drives in and gets fouled.
And he can't convert the shot there, but he, like you said, draws the contact.
Third foul on Davis so far through this game as he's got a start watching how much more he fouls since he can only afford 2 more. And then the Panthers only have 2 players to come off the bench. One of the benefits of having, or wait, what do I mean benefits? One of the disadvantages of having a smaller squad. Davis makes the second one, and that extends the lead to 30 points, 13-43, and Cutter Morning Stars advantage. Seems like that Cutter's reverted to a half-court press as Tony has the basketball. And that is a foul on number 1 on Cutter's team.
Yeah, it's going to be Jalen Carter that's whistled there for the foul, his first personal.
Stevens gets it. And Tony has it. Tony gets it to Stevens. Stevens looks around to Allen. Allen back to Stevens, or tried to.
Pass tip by Yancey. There it is, Jalen Carter. Wow, wow. Yancey to Carter, and they lay that one in. 45-13 game with 4:40 left to go in the third. And the Eagles are just pounding it on. Steal there from Ahmad Davis. Ahmad Davis, he loses the ball. Stevens comes away with it.
Panthers probably could have played more up tempo there, but don't entirely blame them for not. Chad gets to Allen. Allen to Tony. Back to Allen. Tillery. Now it's up to Tony. Back down to Tillery. Tillery with the shot, and it
rattles in.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
It didn't rattle in?
I thought it did, but it went off the side.
And fast break there from Hackleton, and that will just keep pounding it on for the Eagles. 47-13 game here with 3:50 left to go in the third.
Right now, Panthers are trying to find something to do on offense. As Stevens gets the basketball, takes the 3 shot, falls just short as the Eagles get the basketball back again. Back down to Ahmad Davis. Ahmad Davis just dominating in the paint right now as he scores another 2.
He will not be denied.
Panthers are going to try it once again to score on this Eagles defense as Chad temporarily loses the basketball.
Panthers have possession here with 3:11 and counting left to go here in the third.
So that's the ball once again. 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
And a 3 there from Allen. Shot no good. And that is going to be Davis that brings up the 4. Man, they are pushing the ball. There's Hackleton. Hackleton. Whoa. Wow. Nifty move. Timeout. Coach Bracco wants a timeout. 51-13 is your score here at Panther Gymnasium. But, man, you got to give credit where credit is due. And the athleticism of Cutter has just completely showed out.
I mean, they look like off-brand Chino Hills.
I remember that. Oh, you watched that documentary too?
No, I just watched a YouTube video about it.
Oh, Chino Hills. And wow, that is definitely some athleticism there from Cutter Morning Star as they have just been dominating. Reed and McDaniel, excuse me, not McDaniel. He's graduated. Reed and check out. So they will take a seat likely for the rest of the game.
Who knows? The Cutter coach, I believe you were saying, said he wanted to keep his foot on the gas.
Oh,
so
yeah.
might just be giving him a break.
And you could tell in the 7th grade game how intense Coach Bracco was. I watched that game from up here, and I could just tell by his mentality and his attitude during the game. You know, he wants to win games. He wants to take the senior high team deep into the state tournament. And it starts by winning your conference. It starts by finishing high in your conference. You get those better seeds.
Yeah, and then when you get to district, all you got to do is finish top 4, which is for everything until state. And then final round of bust as Cade Davis misses the 3.
Yeah, 3 missed there from Davis. They're going to push it up the floor. And that will be a foul there.
Cutter will have 2 shots, and that is the 4th foul on Davis. As one more and he's gone.
Shot no good there. That is number 15. That's Aiden Miller, 6 foot.
It's second free throw, and it is now almost a 40-point game as we have 52-13 lead for Cutter Morning Star. And Cutter almost gets the ball back. However, the only thing that stopped him from rolling down the sideline was
That's their athletic trainer.
athletic trainer saved him from rolling down the sideline. Almost killed a few cheerleaders too. Those Panthers have basketball. Davis with it, out Stevens. 15 left on the shot clock. Now, after almost getting it stolen, Cade tries to take the shot, decides not to. Tony kicks it into Allen. Allen just barely misses the shot. Cutter comes down with the rebound, but Will Thompson tries to steal it. But Cutter maintains possession. Cutter moving around the perimeter. Hackerton kicks it back out. And Cutter gets it down the paint, goes up and scores. That's number 21 on Cutter. And Cutter officially makes it a 41-point game with 1:15 left to go in the third.
Eston Capello that got that last bucket, another 6'4" person on this team.
They're too tall.
They're all so tall, dude.
I wish we had tall guys on our team.
And that ball is tipped away. And
loses his balance. Okay, I guess that was live ball the entire time.
yeah, I think he slipped on the floor.
And the Panthers seem to be trying to hold for one of the final shots, I guess. I have no idea what's going on the court, though. You never will know. And Stevens barely misses the 3. Allen goes back up, barely misses it, and Thompson fouls him.
Coach Brockle's calling for his third team. I just saw the number 3 go up. 5 more guys got up. So the third team will check in here for Cutter Morning Star. Whole new squad coming in.
And the Panthers subbed out 2 starters. I believe that's 1 starter.
Yeah.
Chad gets subbed out. Isaac and Allen are also sit the bench. But other than that, we got the whole starting group out there except for Plyer. It's one of those 2 pronunciations.
Yes. And a shot there. That shot is no good. Plyler comes down with the rebound.
Panthers, if I were them, I'd try and hold for the final shot. Cade Davis pulls the shot up, and it just barely rims out. Panthers don't get the rebound, and that's the end of the third quarter, 54-13 going into the fourth.
Yeah, and the 5 new ones for Cutter Morning Star is sophomore Brody Spears, senior Nick Burnett. That is number 12, Brody Spears, number 12. 24, Nick Burnett. I believe that Luke McDonald's checking. Lots of sophomores have checked in here for Coach Brockle, and you know it's very, very well who's gonna take this one. Cutter gonna move to 8-3, and we're gonna have a running 8-minute clock here in the fourth quarter, as it is more than a 30-point lead, and so have to see what the third team can do for Cutter. So you know Coach Brockle and Coach Love and Coach Mills have definitely established something over there at Cutter, and you know they've got the machine rolling, and they've got the machine rolling at the right time of the year, the last 5, 6, 7, 8 games of the year, and so have to see what they can do.
I mean, it wasn't until Coach told us today there were only 2 weeks left in the season. I thought there were like a month left.
Oh, you know what's crazy is what is it? What's today's date? January 23rd. In a month and 3 days, you can start playing softball.
Hold up a minute.
I'm dead serious. According to the AAA website, February 26th, you can start playing softball and baseball.
I was about to say, hold up. I am signed up for baseball, though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, well. So it's going to be number 13, the inbounds man. That's going to be Taven York. Excuse me. No, now it's number 12, Spears. As they get it in there to number 20, he's going to take the shot. No good there. That's Luke McDonald, the 5'9" sophomore. And that one is tipped away there. Some sloppy passes.
That's McDonald again,
Possessions. That was McDonald there.
At least in my opinion, the goal for baseball this year should be make it to state. I think we can.
Oh, yeah. Softball girls are going to be really good this year. There's a lot of anticipation and hype around that, you know.
If they don't make it to state, it's going to have to be like the underdog story of the year.
Yeah. Three there from York, and that one rattles in. 5'10" senior able to tack on 3 points for himself.
This has just been. The Panthers not necessarily just this bad as the scoreboard shows. It's just a totally new playbook, and they're just outsized.
Oh yeah, they're out depth, out talented. I mean, this Cutter team, I'm telling you, is a legit contender for the state tournament right now. There's no doubt in my mind. Coach Brockles got his boys rallied where he wants them. I mean, this is a team that is well-rounded. This is a team that is well-coached. This is a team that knows what they're doing, when they're doing it, and how they're doing it all at the same time. They operate as a unit, and they know what they're doing. There's no doubt. They may be third in our conference, but, you know, 2-3 points are the only loss. You know what I'm saying? You have an 8-point loss. Okay, well, that's, I mean, that's 8 points. That's actually not a lot in basketball. I know it may seem like a lot, 8 points. Well, that's 8 points, you know. But that one is intercepted there. That's Tillery as he gets in the turnover column. Barentine going to dish it inside to Tillery. Tillery going to go up. Shot no good off the back of the glass.
Speaking of 8 points, that was junior high's closest loss of the season. So
the three subs coming to the scores table for the Panthers: Plyler, Thompson, and Davis. And the shot up and no good there. That's number 12.
Who do you reckon's getting in the Super Bowl?
I have no idea. I have no idea. 4:49 left to go here in this one. Have you heard the conspiracy theory about the logo? The logo colors represent the two teams. Have you heard that?
Like what logo?
Like the Super Bowl logo itself. Look here, I'll show you. Come on.
Yeah. Well, then that'd be 49ers Ravens.
Yeah, that's what it would be. So this is the theory. So guys, the theory is the colors of the logo. The colors of the logo are supposed to. The theory is if the NFL is scripted, which I think is false. Oh wow, what a three! The theory is if the NFL is scripted, then it's going to be Niners. Niners. Ravens, yeah. I want the Lions to go to the Super Bowl.
I just don't want the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl.
That's true. The Lions, Ravens are their only hope. I don't want the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl because I don't want it to be called the Swifty Bowl. Because the second the Chiefs go, it's going to be turned into the Swifty Bowl.
Yeah, I honestly made the joke to my mom that the NFL will rig the game so that they can get the Taylor Swift revenue.
It wouldn't surprise me. So Isaiah Mahone, 6-foot senior, is going to check in. Number 22, Devin Simpson, 6'1" sophomore. Number 14, Chance York, 5'10" sophomore, is going to check in. So got the young guys in here for the Eagles as they look to get some guys some experience with 3:09 left to go here in this game.
I swear, the one thing that will get us on national television is us downing on Taylor Swift.
I know, right?
That'll be the one thing that will get us on national television.
And that ball is too hot to handle there as they try to get it in the corner to, I believe that over there was Simpson.
You see where the Milwaukee Bucks fired their head coach after?
Yeah, they're
going
30-13. I don't know why they're firing him.
The only reason I could see it's like you have D'Lo and you have Giannis on the same team. I don't know why.
Why do you fire the guy? Oh, okay. They said they let him go.
On ESPN, it said it was because lackluster defense. On quote.
They're 30-13.
I don't know. If anyone should be letting go their coach, it should be the Spurs letting go of Popovich. Even though they have Wemby, they're still not good.
They're winning 57% of their games.
And they're still firing their head coach.
Yeah. That's according to my calculations. They could be wrong, but.
And speaking of records,
No, that's right. Yes, 57%.
Speaking of records, the Rangers had like one of the worst records in the playoffs in the MLB this past season, and they won it finally. Thank goodness. I'm a huge Rangers fan.
Oh, yeah. Lyler going to get it up as he will get whistled, and that will be a contact foul there as Peyton's going to go to the line right here. That's a foul on number 22. That's Simpson.
It was honestly painful to watch the Rangers before last season.
I watched the I watched the NLCS and ALCS series, and then I watched the World Series. Anything but the Astros, I'm okay with.
Nah, anything but the Astros and the Phillies. I cannot stand their fans.
You can't stand Bryce Harper?
No, I can't stand the Phillies fans.
Okay.
The Phillies fans, like,
they're insane.
yes, they're like, my dad like once told me that he knew a guy that said they'd be throwing like batteries onto the field during games.
I've seen that one. He's not wrong.
And then it's like they're all yelling sell the team after they lose to the Diamondbacks.
Yeah. And this one is going to wrap it up here in the last 24 seconds, 60-16 as Cade gets the steal, going to bring it down the floor. He's stripped of the ball, 18 seconds. Let's see if Cutter can add him one more on. Oh, what a spin move, and he is rejected. Wow.
Artillery.
He's going to go to the line.
But it looks like they might just.
Clock's going to expire, so let's see if I don't think they're going to let him shoot. They ain't going to let him shoot, and that will do it. 60-16, a big win here for the Cutter Morning Star Eagles. So a 45-point victory for Coach Brockel's squad as they move on to more conference games after this. But it has been a joy here on the Mountain Cove High School East YouTube page, bringing you this 2A5 conference matchup. And so we will be back with more action later this week and next week. So y'all stay tuned on the Mountain Cove High School East YouTube page. I'm Dalton Reed, and I am signing off.